Um, so life, the title of this sermon or message is Life is Full of Trade-Offs. So if you are living your life if you are living your life and you just find yourself working all the time, let's say you have a gated community, big house, and those things are really nice, okay? But the trade-off is you may have to work an additional 10 years to or more, 10, 20, 30 years to keep that thing going. So, I'm in my AC truck, and it's the question of, do you want to have a great home? You can have both. You can have a great home and have great time, or have all the time in the world, but that requires that you are super wealthy, okay? But if you're just like a middle class person or lower class, in terms of how much you make, how much you earn, um, you have a choice. You can either take a big mortgage on, which means you are putting yourself in debt, in servitude, which means there's more money that you have to make in order to satisfy that nut, okay? Or you can have more fun, more adventure. So in our life, we have a 1,300 square foot house. It's a nice house for us, but other people might look at it and just be like, "Hi, hi Aiden Allah, hi Somi, I love you." I don't know if that's Somi or Brett, but I love you. Um, so we have a 1,300 square foot house. Thank you. I'm the best tech on YouTube. Thank you so much. This is Brett. Okay. I love you too, bro. Um, and how is the beautiful land of Tennessee? Um, so we have a 1,300 square foot house, and people could look at us and say like, "Oh man, well, our house is paid off, so it's time to get a bigger house. Time to get something 2,000 square foot house or 3,000 square foot house." And we could do that, and but the other option is creating more. Here we have our house paid off. Brett said, "It's hot, bro, and my grandma's hot." The AC is leaking. Yes, it is. It's hot. It's hot here in Florida, so I guess it's hot in Tennessee. If anybody's watching, tell me in the comments, what is the temperature outside? I'd say here it's hot, but it's not too bad. It's about 90 or between 90 and 95, which is not too bad in Florida. But anyways, you can have a bigger house, more house, or more freedom. Which do you want? Wow, Brett, Tennessee is 101. That's insane. Yeah, so more house or more freedom? Which do you want? And like I said, if you got all kind of money, I mean, eventually we'd like to get a bigger property, but not at the cost of freedom. So there's trade-offs in life. And if you are able to swing it to where you have both a huge house and all the time in the world with your kids, and hello, and all the time in the world with your kids, you go on vacations. If you're able to swing that, that's fine. But if you're a middle class person busting your tail 40, 50 hours a week, and there's a certain amount of money that you have, that money can either go to paying for a large mortgage or paying for freedom. What do I mean by freedom? I don't know. Let's say instead of instead of $500, let's say your mortgage is going to cost you $1,000 a month in order to get into this bigger house. What if you stay in the smaller house, enjoy that, and then use that $1,000 a month to go on all kind of trips? What up? What up? What up? What up? Hello, hello. Brett said freedom to clean a huge house. Yam Challerp said sup champ. Hello. Freedom to clean a huge house. How about that? Yeah, I guess if you had the time, if you have the time to do that, then you can do that. So, but we have chosen in our life, we have chosen to, what's up, Sam? We have chosen to have more experiences. So imagine you had $1,000 extra per month. You could put that into, what up, Jeff? You could put that into a new mortgage for a new house, or you could have an amazing $1,000 experience. You could rent a boat twice a month. You know, if it costs $500 to rent a boat for a day, then you could have 2 boat days for that $1,000. Or you could, you know, go parasailing or go jet skiing twice a month. You know, I don't know, but like imagine you were doing that in your life, having those experiences instead of having, you know, a bigger house. Now, some of you out there might say, I prefer the bigger house, and I'm doing good, Jeff. How are you? And that's cool. That's a choice. That's a choice that you made. You know, a lot of people, and for us, we're doing the experiences right now, but like 2 or 3 years from now, we might be like, you know what, the experiences, the trips, those aren't everything it's cracked up to be, and we would rather get like a super dope house that has everything that we would ever want at a resort, and we'll just put our pennies into that. And so we might do that 2 or 3 or 4 years from now, or we might not, or we might, you know, a friend of mine is selling all their stuff and going on a catamaran, and they're going to live on a catamaran and a camper. I don't know, but I think if you can slim down on what you actually need to survive, then it gives you more choices, more options, and more options are always better than less options. So yeah, that's my word today, is just give yourself options. Don't buy the newest and greatest. If you can start to put money away, if you can start to invest that money, you may be investing, and you're going to be investing in things that are going to give you money back. You want to invest in things that are going to spit out monthly dividends for you, right? Live off the dividends is this channel. So that is what I think. Brett, you said 100% agree. Good. So, you know, what I'm trying to do is to get, you know, you've heard of FI, financially independent, you know, get to a point where you have enough investments where you can work, but you don't have to work. You know, if you want to work, you can work. But if you'd rather just, you know, go on a catamaran or go on a boat for a year or do whatever, you can do that. You have that option. If you want to keep working, you keep working. And I think that starts with putting a percentage of money away. Take a percentage of money. If you are watching this, on every check, 10%, and paying yourself for the future. You know, paying yourself for the future, because that future is going to be here sooner than you know. So anyways, God bless y'all. Have an amazing day. Put some money away. Start putting money away. 10%, 20%. If you could find a way to live on let's say 50 to 70% of your income, and put away 30 to 50% of your income, you will be wealthy, and you will have many, many options for yourself. So be cool. God bless y'all. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.